Today, and here to tell us all about it and what we have to do is, as it relates to Medicare and health insurance, as a health insurance expert. Craig Gusson, hey, welcome back to KUSI.
Thank you.
This comes on the heels. 24 hours ago, we were talking Cover California, and I thought that was a kind of, this rosy pie in the sky projections about everyone buying in.
Yeah.
I wonder where all the money's coming from. Now we're talking about Medicare. Where is all the money coming from?
Well, you and I have been paying for years and years into Medicare. So when we get to age 65, the money we paid into it, you assume would pay for it. But the reality is everybody working is paying for the people who are turning 65. And in California, 1,000 people a day are turning 65. Nationwide, it's 10,000. So every day you think about 1,000 people are turning 65 and are going on Medicare. And they can sign up for Medicare 3 months before the birthday, the month of the birthday, or 3 months after. And if they don't, they'll be penalized.
But to me, the equation is, if you look at the demographics of us as a nation, we are getting older.
Yep.
There are fewer people working and more people requiring benefits. Where does that, it seems to me, there's a significant imbalance. You say?
There's money there. They have to do things to Medicare so that they can afford to keep it for the next.
What do do things mean? That usually means I'm going to get a bigger bite out of my paycheck.
They've talked about a lot of things. I don't get into that end of it because that's just a different world that I'm in.
Right.
But yes, I mean, Medicare can be pretty rich in benefits depending on the plan you go with, and the government's done a pretty good job. Most people who are on Medicare aren't complaining because it's been run really good by the insurance companies, actually. The government doesn't run Medicare, the insurance companies do, and they do a good job at it. And understand, what we're going to talk about in Medicare for All that you hear in Washington, D.C. is totally different. Because in Medicare for All, Medicare doesn't cover prescriptions. So you have to find it. So you want to understand what Medicare does. Medicare pays Part A is free, pays for your hospital bills and stuff like that. Part B is $135.50 a month, and that pays for doctor visits and outpatient surgeries and things like that. But it only covers 80% of the bill. What do you do with the other 20%? Well, there's a couple of options you can go with. You can do a Medicare Advantage plan, which is pretty much you pick a network, such as SERP. They just came out with a brand new plan. You can use a SERP doctor. It costs you nothing per month. You pay, I think it's $10 or $20 for copay visits. If you're hospitalized, a couple $100. But it's a great way to get coverage, really not real expensive. Or you can go with other plans that has a Scripps network and other networks. Or you can go with a Medicare supplement. You call up the doctor's office. Do you take Medicare? Yes, you can go see them. Plan F was the most popular plan because it covers everything. You pretty much aren't going to pay any money out of pocket except for prescriptions. That goes away January 1st. No more. So they're coming out with Plan G, which is the same as Plan F, but you have a Part B deductible of $183.
So the original idea was a little too expensive to run, so now they had to
They did that.
Yeah, all right. So, Medicare Plus, Medicare Supplement, Part A, Part B. Right. It sounds confusing for Joe Blow.
I agree.
I'm Joe Blow. How do I go find someone to help me navigate this?
Perfectly did. So, most health insurance or Medicare agents have spent the last 2-3 months reading all the new rules and all the different things going on. The biggest issue, so the answer to your question is you want to meet with an agent who specializes in Medicare that can help you guide you through it. Because I brought with you the Medicare and You book from the government, and there are over 35 Medicare Advantage plans that you can pick. There are over 20 Medicare supplement plans you can pick with 10 with 20 different companies that you can pick from. Sit down with an expert, let them walk you through it. Usually I can talk to you, Paul, and within 5 or 10 minutes I can get a pretty good idea of what you're looking for and come up with a plan that meets you. However, the biggest issue we're dealing with is prescriptions. The Medicare.gov changed what they call the plan finder. You put in your prescriptions, it tells you. A lot of areas you want to make sure if you do it, that you go online, all your prescriptions are in it, and double check because there's a lot of areas. The best thing to do is work with a Medicare insurance agent and let them walk you through it. You got to December 7th, so it's not like you got a week to do it. You got a lot of time and do it right.
And we're running out of time.
Okay,
Craig. Just quickly, who's watching us right now? Which viewers should be actively thinking Medicare right now?
Anybody who is probably 63, start looking about it, because you can sign up 3 months before your birthday, but at least understand, you got to sign up for Part A at least. Most people sign up for Part A and B.
What's the entry level age?
Age 65.
So 60. So you can start thinking about it at age 63.
You want to start getting an idea of what do you want to do, and what kind of plan do you want? Do you want to go into a Medicare Advantage plan and have a small network but save money, or do you want to go to anybody I want? And that's it. So you really want to look at your costs. And a lot of people are going, I can't afford it a lot, I'm retired. So they can find a plan for no cost, but they're going to pay $20 co-pays. They're going to pay maybe a couple $100 a day if they're hospitalized, but there's not expense, per month.
Craig, what's so depressing for me is I'm suddenly getting very close to the age where I have to start calling you up. Okay. Hey, I bet you this is the first of many conversations on this topic, right?
It's going to be a lot in the next month and a half.
All right. Speaking of medical stuff, have you gotten your flu shot yet? Allie Wagner is live at